to Beats with iPLUGn in the streets, iPLUGn Network TV.com. And today we're here with a special guest.
Oh, really? What's happening?
Drummer boy.
Hey, yeah, boy, what it do? What it do?
You pretty hard to catch up with.
Man, ooh.
Super busy.
All over the place.
How did you start producing?
I started making beats, basically to get out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? I was getting in a lot of trouble in South Memphis. You know what I'm saying? I came up in an area called Whitehaven, aka Black Haven. And, you know, it wasn't too cool, you know what I mean, going to school with a clarinet. So I was like, you know, kind of like, had to whoop a couple niggas lines, you know what I'm saying? Let them know this ain't that, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I was good at it. I could have been in the youth symphony orchestra. Like, I read music extremely well, sheet music, orchestra.
Oh, no, that's something you don't hear every day.
Yeah, you know, I arrange, compose, all of that. And I was getting bored with it. I didn't even know what hip hop was, honestly, till like 10. You know what I'm saying? Or, like, I'm okay with Ball and G, I'm hearing Tila, I'm hearing 3-6 Mafia, Project Pat, I'm hearing, you know, all of the new stuff, and was like, man, this, you know, just learning what crunk is and getting my familiarity with the crunkness and that side of things on the Memphis tip. And you know, I had an older brother named Insane Wayne who was making beats. He was cool with Jazzy Faye, a lot of other cats, and I seen them, you know, lit up. I remember going in the studio and seeing all these lights. I was like, damn, big bro, let me make a beat. And like one of the beats that I made on his beat machine got placed like instantly with this group named Loot Chasers. So I didn't even know I made the placement. It was crazy because my brother sold the beat, got the bread, and he didn't say shit yet. But you know, we was cool. I was like, man, this is all good. I was just so happy to just have somebody like my stuff. You know what I mean? So I really wasn't tripping and just started doing my own thing and making beats. And man, you know what I mean? The first dude that I bumped into selling bass tapes was Yo Gotti. You know what I'm saying? And me and Yo Gotti kind of came up together. You know what I mean? Like he would start his movement about the same time I started my movement, and just the transition from the streets to the game. You know what I mean? And you know, one of the biggest songs I did with Gotti was That's What's Up. We did 4 tracks on the Life album. You know what I'm saying? And then I come right back after that with Tila's album, which I placed 3 songs on Tila's Double Dose album. I did a song called Tennessee, which I was singing the hook on, and it instantly hit the radio, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was just a lot of momentum. I was 16 years old. That featured Yo Gotti, that featured Criminal Man, that featured Gangsta Boo, that featured Haystack, white rapper out of Nashville, you know what I'm saying? That featured a lot of Tila.
In your head, like
yeah,
the bass
you know,
line from the
I think it comes from hearing beats in my head originally. Like, before I was even born, my mama tell me these stories of her putting the room up to the speaker and her playing Marvin Gaye and Curtis Mayfield and Al Green and all of this stuff, and orchestral music, whatever. So I was always hearing music. I still have dreams to this day. Every now and then I have a dream where, like, I hear music, but it's muted. It sounds like it's coming out of this room, or, like, you know what I'm saying, in a certain area, and then, like, everything is black, so I can't see it. And it's just crazy. Like, I call my brain the black area, because, like, I'm always thinking of a beat, and it's so easy for me to transform what I'm hearing in my head to a real beat. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I'm thinking of beats right now. I done thought about 3-4 beats since we've been talking, but you haven't heard any of them. I just hear them in my head. That's why I call it the black area. It's weird as hell, but
manifesting your reality. You
absolutely.
can hear it. All you gotta do is get it out here. That's the hardest part.
It's like Picasso, like, just, you know, it's like people who see certain things. It's like an imagination. That's how real your imagination can be, because you can see it in that fine print enough to actually redesign or transfer. It's almost like a scan or a print from my head to paper. So that's a print from my head
to... That's a hard transfer.
To MP3.
I know sometimes I can never communicate effectively what's going on in here.
Right.
That's like, give me a minute.
Yeah. And then sometimes, you know, your brain, your thoughts is moving in so many different ways. You just gotta stop what you're doing, write it down. and then you jot down notes. And then you'll look back over your notes and then you piece all the pieces to the puzzle together like, oh man, that need to go over here, this need to go over here. Ooh, I need to put these two things together. Let me move this there. And now you got a masterpiece. You know what I'm saying? So you got to take advantage of your inspirations when you think of good ideas, you think of good quotes, you think of good things. Don't just put it on Twitter. Don't just give it away for free. Write it down, save it, and it might become a book. It might become a story. It might become a headline. You know what I mean? It might become something much more valuable.
Do you consider yourself a rapper?
I consider myself a therapist. You know what I mean? And therapeutically feeding those in need. You know what I'm saying? Worthy. You know what I mean? There's so many people like that that have come across me who I've like guided them in a better direction, put them in a better place. And I get that from my grandfather. My grandfather was a principal. He like desegregated the state of Maryland. And you know, he has a middle school named after him, which I'm going to visit them May 2nd. General James Golson Middle School. You know what I'm saying? My real name Christopher James Golson. So it's just like certain footsteps that came before me that I feel like I'm responsible for. Like I knew my purpose on earth 13, 14 years old. So that's why I became so dangerous so quick. You know what I mean? And I've only made motherfuckers money. I've only like instilled, you know, certain mannerisms in people that enable them to succeed.
Consider yourself a light?
Man, I just consider myself an angel, a son of God. You know what I mean? A flag. You know what I'm saying? Which I mob. You know what I mean? Under that flag. You know what I mean? So we here, man. D-Boy Fresh Squad, like Fresh family.
So what's up with I like that.
Yeah, we razor sharp. We just got to learn we razor fresh, you know what I mean? Stay on the cute. You know, shout out to Premier Fits. Down.
So do you have a stylist?
Nah.
No, you just
Absolutely not.
do your own.
Nah, I just pick and choose, you know what I mean? I'm a like city to city kind of shopper, country to country type shopper. I might pick up a shirt and a belt out of Amsterdam and then go over to Paris and pick up some slacks and a couple pair of shoes and some socks and then go to Chicago, get my hat, you know what I'm saying? Can't get no Bulls gear like you get it in Chicago.
So,
you know?
When you go to Chicago, what you do?
When I go to Chicago, I'm eating a little bit of everything, really, you know what I'm saying? We always on the go, so it's hard to just be picky. And the food is good everywhere in Chicago. It reminds me of Memphis. Like, where you gonna go when I get your food? Besides Denny's or, you know what I'm saying, a Waffle House, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, everybody be bragging on Waffle House around here. Like, I ain't on Waffle House, I ain't on Denny's, I ain't on, like, we just on good shit.
I thought that was a joke. I'm like, so I go in Waffle House? I'm like, yeah. Ain't no, I can't get a fry, I can't get a turkey sandwich. All I can get is some hash browns.
Cool.
You need to get some Giordano's.
Man, you need to get your personal chef or something. Like, you know what I mean? Hit that farmer's market, man. You know what I'm saying?
I am my personal chef.
Hit that whole grain food.
I do.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm attempting to be a vegetarian.
Yeah.
You can't just, that's like stopping smoking.
No, I'm just saying, just mix it up. Just, you know, get you a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
No, I'm the whitest black girl you will ever.
That's what's up.
I do mix it up, but I'm homesick, so all I can think about is food, and I'm going home.
Yeah.
So I'm
we
excited.
just left Chicago, man. Shout out to the shop, man.
What's your favorite cities to do shows in?
Man, I have to say the smaller cities, the cities that really don't get shows often, are like, you know what I mean? It's one of them country towns in Mississippi, or like one of them towns off in the middle of Texas, man, that just show you mad love, you know what I'm saying? And the big cities is always fun, like the LAs, the New Yorks, the Miamis, you know, even back home, Memphis is always fun to just see my peers, man, see my peoples, you know what I mean, see my OGs, and just people, you know, I'm not home too often, so it's good for them to, you know, have an opportunity to come kick it,
So
come drink it up. I'm in Atlanta, I'm in Memphis, and I'm in LA. You know what I'm saying? So we got a triangle going on right now.
True that. So what are you working on now?
We just did a single for August Alsina called No Love. I got another record on his album called Fuck My Life featuring Pusha T. So y'all go get that August Alsina album, man. I think it's dropping on the 14th of April. Coming soon. You dig what I'm saying? I'm also on Lettucey's album. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud about that new R&B. She ain't new. She been around. She been doing her thing. Beautiful R&B recording artist. You know what I'm saying? So check out. I think her album dropping in April as well. Just went in with Flo Rida last night in LA. Just went in with Meek Mills. And we all over the place, man. Young Jeezy just hit me like, man, I got one. Boy, we got one. So we got to see what that's about. You know what I'm saying? I just bumped into the Migos when I touched down, so I got to send them some beats in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they straight. You know what I mean? And, you know, just keep it pushing, man. We got a new R&B artist we just signed. 16 years old, named Tony. You know what I'm saying? Playing the guitar, singing crazy, man. Voice crazy. So, man, I'm just excited about building the brand of the squad. You know what I'm saying? DSR, the label. You know what I'm saying? Drum Squad, ENT. You know what I mean? And we've been pushing. We rocking. We got the DJ crew. Drum Squad DJs doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? We picking up awards in the tri-state area. And when I speak on tri-state, I mean Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi.
I was about to ask you, tri-state area?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that's I mean, not Alabama, excuse me, Arkansas, Tennessee, Mississippi. And that's what we call the ATM. You know what I'm saying? So we just been closing up shop around the ATM. You heard that first right here, man, the ATM, man. Arkansas, Tennessee, Mississippi, drum boy. We got that, man, Drum Squad DJ, man. Hey, yeah, boy. I'm gonna plug you up. Yeah. I'm gonna plug you up.
And the independent scene and the internet, how do you think that the internet is helping it move so much?
Man, the independent scene for me been fantastic because my internet campaign is impeccable. You know what I'm saying? Our street grind is impeccable. You know what I'm saying? We city to city touching more people than most can in you know, a year. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's been great for me being independent. I just did a commercial for Victoria's Secret, just did a commercial for Shoe Carnival. You know, I'm doing TV skits. We got movies. I just produced my first film, Holla 2, check it out. Featuring Vanessa Bell Calloway, Omar Good, and Tierra Marie. Scary movie, you know what I'm saying? Black independent film. I scored and produced, you know what I mean? So definitely check that out. I'm acting in a movie called She's With Me. You know what I'm saying? Playing the celebrity DJ role of Brian Hennessy. You know what I mean? So definitely check me out in that. I got a quick little couple of scenes in that thing. You know what I'm saying? We in Walmarts and Best Buys and all over the place. You know what I mean? So check me out, man. We on the acting in front of the screen, behind the camera. You know what I'm saying? We just did some interview things for Revolt TV. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Puff, the new Revolt TV movement, man. You know what I'm saying? I am the revolution, man. I am your plug, man. Your Memphis community. Hey, yeah, boy.
Do you have any advice that you want to give to independent artists coming up on the scene?
Man, stay on your grind, you know what I'm saying? It's a good time for us. Independence is shining right now. We're getting a lot of opportunities, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you involve yourself in these conferences, you know what I'm saying? We just did a lot of big things at South by Southwest. We got the core DJs coming up in Miami. I think they in May. You know what I mean? So definitely involve yourself in some of these events. You know what I'm saying? Definitely stay tuned to DrumSquadDJs.com. Check us out. See how we can help. And also support the MP3 Wax, man. For all the upcoming artists, man, sign up. MP3Wax.com. Hey, yeah. Oh.
Can you teach me how to do that? Like that.
Yeah.
Well, you heard it first. Y'all stay working, grinding. Stay in tune with Drummer. And this is iPLUGn Network.
Follow me on Twitter, man, @DrummerBoyFresh. No ER. Hey, yeah.
Okay.
I am Club East White.
Yeah.
iPLUGn in the streets. Yeah.